Good evening, Swirly Nation, and welcome back to the Lecom Harbor Center in Buffalo, New York, for quarterfinal action from the Sabre Invitational between the Rochester Jr Americans and your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good evening, everybody, and if this looks familiar, it's because we just did it a few hours ago.
Sure did.
The Pens and the Junior Americans will clash again here from Buffalo. Joined in the oven by Dr. J, Jason Julius. So here we are. This one counts a little more than the last one. The last game, a 3-2 Penguins win. Penguins scoring late, about 3.5 minutes to go in the third to get a 3-1 or 3-2 victory. But a scrappy Rochester team. The Penguins controlled play, had twice the shots or more at one point in time. Rochester hangs in there, ties the game, brings the shots within, I think, 10 by the end of the game. And it took a late game goal for the Penguins to get the victory and come out as the number 3 seed.
Yeah, we had a little puck luck, too. The slip play that Luca Filiaggi ran and the puck off the defenseman skating in the net. If it's the same goaltender playing this morning, he played a really solid game. Not sure who he's going to be in net for the Rochester team, but the Penguins are going to have to bring it this game. It means something now, just like Jeremy said there. So hopefully you learn from what worked in the morning and what didn't work. And we had a lot of odd man opportunities both directions. It was a little sloppy there in the third period. We were exchanging odd man breaks. But overall, second period, I think the Penguins outplayed them significantly. But we just weren't able to put the puck in the net.
So we'll see what this one brings, and we're happy to have Carter Shube back in the Penguin lineup for this one. So Penguins will have a little bit more jam with 18 on the ice.
You know the Shuby will get to that hard spot in the middle. He'll get banged around in front of the net. That's his MO. But we need a good start here. We can get things moving early, put a few behind, see where we are.
This has been a great tournament thus far. 12 teams here, 8 have advanced to the playoffs. The Penguins come in as the number 3 seed at undefeated 3-0. That's based on goal quotient. The host Buffalo Sabres are the 1 seed. They advanced just moments ago. A 7-0 victory over CompuWare. Then right before us on this sheet, the Philadelphia Junior Flyers punched their ticket to the semifinals with a victory over the Long Island Gulls in the 2 versus 7 match. This, the 3 versus 6. And after this game, it will be the California Gold Rush and the Mississauga Senators, the 8 teams that are qualified for the playoffs.
Winner of this game is probably going to play Philly, correct?
Yes, the winner of this game will play the Philadelphia Junior Flyers tomorrow morning, I believe 7:30.
Early wake up. That's why we're calming the Warlocks down today, so we can get up on time.
Yeah. Oh. I managed to get a little snoozer in.
It was necessary. I had to, too. Watching a little college football, there could have been a couple upsets there today, but it looked like, I think Penn State pulled it out.
Who?
Penn State was losing.
Who's that?
Yeah, exactly. Pitt Notre Dame's going on right now, right?
And Pitt looked good on defense, 2 early interceptions, but a punt return touchdown.
31-0 Notre Dame over the Panthers.
That was a 20-point spread, Notre Dame covering. Starting lineups for your Penguins in net. Number 29, Preston Clutter. The defense, 88, Brendan Kaminsky, and 34, Rylan Ofterhide. The forwards for the Pens, 43, Cameron Evans, number 11, Jack Reel, and number 10, Luca Filiaggi. Ofterhide in his own end, up for Reel. He turns the stick to corral it. He's got Evans coming with him. Reel will wind and fire. It's blocker save. Filiaggi will force it back behind the net. He'll get to the puck, looking for Evans. He had it wound up ready. We've seen him fire a couple heavy shots.
Great shot by Kaminsky there.
Kaminsky really leaning on the stick, firing one high off the shoulder. So a couple early chances, one from Real on a 2-on-1, and one from Kaminsky at the point. As an offside play at the Penguins line will give us our first whistle.
Evans over to Kaminsky on the far side with a really hard shot. Again, no traffic in front of this guy. Just like we said this morning, I think we're gonna have to get some traffic in front of him, and we got to get an ugly goal probably.
He played a great game earlier, so we do see the same goaltender, Reed.
Yeah, that's him.
For Rochester, the Penguins going with Clutter for the quarterfinal matchup. Here comes Parrish. All the way into the Rochester zone. He's hounded and lined up, able to elude the hit. Rochester takes over behind their own net. Will that be the goal here of Rochester, to get a little more physical? Physical. They'd like to get physical.
Let's get
in the physical.
Physical.
As Parrish pulls up. Sends it down the wall. Gostick in front with a pass. It'll come out for a Rochester player. Right to Parrish for a backhander. His backhander blocked, but a drive on a slap shot by Merlot finds the paraphernalia of the goaltender.
Good first couple shifts here for the boys. 3 shots on net. Preston Clutter in net today for the second game. Should be well rested. He did his Cabela's trip.
It looks like the 2011s have scored in Columbus. We're without the luxury of replay because I'm trying to watch the squish tender, as well as this game as Starr fires one in. The goaltender out on top of his crease to make that save. We've seen a couple of good shots from Penn's defense. Merlot, Starr, and Kaminsky. Starr sends that one wide to the cage, but McElmurray will track it down. He's bumped, but he's able to play it up for Villela. Villela right down Main Street. There was traffic in front that time in the form of 18 Shuby.
But I said he's going to the dirty area.
Here comes McElmurray, a near side shot, hits iron. Hartman covering the point, able to play it down the wall. McElmurray tries to come off. Penguins with it here. McElmurray, as it's blockered down, comes to Hartman. Working down low is Shuby. Now Hartman, a shot from... Nope, no goal.
No goal.
It's going to say high stick. A shot from Villela. As the Penguins are celebrating.
No goal.
It's off of a high stick. It'll be no goal.
Did it touch one of the players?
That's the
on
wrong
the Rochester?
feed.
Yeah, we got the wrong feed there.
Hold on.
They're saying it was a high stick on the Penguins, so the guilty party knows.
But I'm going to switch over here.
I could put it on mine.
No, it's fine. I'll grab it. Here. Then I'll put it over here.
So I believe that's the second goal that Eno has lost from either no goal call or a high stick. But he just can't buy one.
Puck kept at the point by Pache. It'll be off their hide in the corner. Up the wall. Evans jams it back. Off their hide rims it all the way around. Real to the point to pressure. It's tossed back behind the Penguins net. An indirect feed. Evans with some speed plays it across just out of the reach of Filiaggi, but he tracks it all the way across the ice. He'll dump it in, and it's Real on the other side. He'll get to it. Tossing it all the way to off their hide at the point. He goes to the half wall for Evans. In front for Filiaggi, not once but twice. Comes to Real, who feeds it to Filiaggi just past his stick. They switch. Filiaggi bumped behind the net. Evans trying to pressure and break things up. He will, but Rochester gains control again, and they get it out to center.
Like the stretch here. Great play by Realsy, though. He gives that little touch pass in the front. I think it was McElmurray just wasn't ready for it. Or maybe it was Filiaggi, just wasn't ready for that pass.
As a wraparound attempt by Real, battling in deep, Filiaggi and Evans. Filiaggi tries the other side now, and it's in the net, he says. The puck in the net. And the Penguins take the lead. Real wrapped around one side, Filiaggi wraps around the other and puts the Penguins up by 1. Little Christmas present there.
Yeah, just hard play down low. I mean, Jack comes around, fires it to the net. Biliagi, just like the little guy he is, he just keeps battling and battling and battling. Now, the referee originally called it off, but I guess it went in, and Rochester team's looking for a hole in the net.
I think it went off the goalie's pad and in. From this angle, that's what it looked like. Now, we're not at a great angle for it.
No.
But those three all in there digging deep.
And no wandering dads on that side of the ice, so we don't have anybody to play goal judge for us.
Biliagi was adamant it was in the net. Maybe, and that would make me believe it was, but here's a shot up high by Paris, blockered away. Gostick to it. He'll leave it for Julius. They get tangled up there. A couple Penguins running into each other. Gostick like a missile.
He
forces an offside.
Yes. He looked like Bobby Boucher jumping the line on a field goal block opportunity.
And I think the 2011's leading 1-0. They had a 9-0 win over the Blue Jackets earlier as Gostick and Paris force it into the Rochester end. A heavy hit on Gostick as the puck comes free to Julius. Able to get it to the corner. Carter will force it further. It's rimmed all the way around. And Merlot will track it. No ice here, the call. I have no idea why they would call that not icing.
My only thought is he thought David could have skated a little harder at that one, but
I don't think he was dogging it. I mean, not a power skating clinic. Here's Gostick over for Merlot. We've seen a number of icings waved off here in Buffalo.
Even the last game, there were a few for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe these guys got a date or something. I mean,
Paid by the game, not the hour.
Who knows?
Carter will pull it out. Wisting back towards the corner. Poking at it, Gostick. It'll come free for Villela. He backhands it to the half wall and gets it himself. Trying to go behind the cages. Parrish. Now Gostick frees it up for Starr as the Penguins use the body a bit. Gostick in front for Villela. Cates takes it forehand to backhand. Couldn't get the shot through. It's chopped past the Penguins' defense.
Gostick's on a physical mission the first couple of shifts, that's for sure.
Up the wall, Shube with a one-touch to McElmurray. He and McFall will jump in. Onside 2-on-2. It's McElmurray tries that pass off pads. A low, hard shot.
So I've said it before that second forward's got to jump to the inside of the defender there. You really don't have a chance to make a play if that defenseman's got you boxed out. So
I always tell Kim it's cutting to the hard side. Yeah, you're probably going to get whacked. You're probably going to get bumped and everything else, but it's where the play is as Shuby finds McElmurray. He's in. He's got McFall cutting in. He'll fire one instead, and it's gloved and held.
As soon as you know you're not getting the pass, we got to get some traffic in front of him. So
you want to talk talent here. I'm watching the 11's game while we have replay of our game. Grammy Stats hitting up both chats. That's impressive.
Yeah.
As McFall fires one off the draw that's gloved. Shots right now, 11-0. That's a heck of a first 6 minutes. Here's Ofterhide. Puck into the middle of the ice. It'll be intercepted and counterattack coming the other way.
Should be an ice.
No icing again. I mean, that missed the player. I don't know what you could have possibly seen there to say no icing.
No, that was, I'm just going to wave icing off because I don't want to call it.
Yeah. Puck all the way to the Rochester end. The Junior Americans control. They'll try the far side. That's picked off. Montgomery in front for Real. It comes off of a Rochester defender, and back they come. Penguins partway through a line change is Kaminsky. It's a forward coming in. It's Evans deep in his zone. Chopping at the puck to the opposite corner. Real going up towards the point, able to gather it in. He'll send it across to Evans with speed. Can Evans get an angle? He will. He'll fire, and there's that mitt. A nice glove save.
I think Cam wants that one back because he had that top shelf. He had that top corner that he scored at this morning. Just misfired a bit. But
Found
great
the mitt.
positioning. Great positioning by the goaltender there.
It'll be Filiaggi at the dot. Heish coming out with it for Rochester. A rangy defenseman feeds it to the outside. Clutter will see his first shot against. A kick save and a beauty. Filiaggi able to flick it up the ice, and he had two Penguins going.
And we still got it.
Evans will tap it to Reel. Reel's going to wind and fire one down low. Rebound sitting there before it's covered.
I'd like to see Jack try to turn on the afterburners there a little bit. Once you start gliding like that, I mean, you know, it's just all you're doing is set yourself up for a shot block.
Filiaggi got to it. It both wings escape. I'd like to see that onside wing stay in support for Filiaggi to give him a shorter outlet, and that offside wing stretch down the ice. Penguins with two guys at center. It works out for him, though. But back come the Junior Americans to the outside. Another puck in on Clutter. He'll get in the mitt and get a whistle.
I got to ask Coach Kevin, though. He's using the winger. He's not covering the other winger, the defenseman, or the offensive zone. So they end up winning the puck right to the open man there. And it almost seems like it's kind of an easy breakout at times. So
it'll be a face-off win for Filiaggi. Back to Julius. Julius to Merlot. Merlot to Evans. A one-touch to Filiaggi, and the Penguins are right out of the zone. He tried to feather one through. That's picked off, and in come the Junior Americans with a shot that goes high and over the net. Rochester Junior Americans with some pushback here in the second part of this first period, as Reel just chops at the Paul Bunyan-esque whack at the puck. It's kept in. This time a pass in front will go off a skate, but right to Merlot, and now Evans. Evans has Filiaggi. Nice little 5-foot pass. Evans heads off for a line change. That fresh Penguin was Carter, and it just chopped past him. Here's Starr. Now Villela. Villela to the line. Carried all the way in. Hartman pressures down low. Spinning with it. Hartman in front.
Oh,
Brody Carter
play.
with a heavy shot that's kicked away. Here's Starr at the line. Tex to the outside. He'll loft one in. Penguins Carter gets on the forecheck. And that forecheck forces a turnover. Brody Carter in behind the net. Centering pass. He was looking for Paris. Once, twice.
Brady,
and there it is.
That's how Big Bird scores those goals.
Brady Paris lights the lamp and gives the Penguins a 2-0 lead. Brody Carter made that happen with his forecheck, forcing the turnover and then firing that puck back out in front. Brady Paris uses the body to gain position and gets two whacks at it. The first one off the pad, the second one finds the net.
And that's what we had earlier in the first game. It's just Rochester goalie just made that save multiple times. So here comes Brady Paris in again.
Paris down the wing. Paris behind the net. Across for Villela. In front for Carter. His pass shot was deflected by Hartman and gloved by the goalie.
I like that play. I like that one a lot. If we shoot that a little bit harder and Carter's able to get a stick on that, that's a good shot pass deflection chance there. So
excellent work by this unit thus far. 5.5 to go in the period as Rochester tosses it behind their cage. Pressure by Hartman to force the turnover. Here's Paris again. Leaving it for Kaminsky over to Ofterhide. Ofterhide fakes one way, twists the other. Fires a backhander that's knocked out of midair. Hartman along the wall. Has it taken. But there's Paris to intercept at center. Hartman into the feet of Carter. Now Hartman again. Hartman down the wall. Takes a bump and keeps going. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Full hip check there. Don't see that very often.
As Brody Carter pressures, here's Fitzsimmons. We saw his speed earlier from the back end for the Junior Americans as they fire one into the chest of Clutter.
Good rebound control there by Preston.
In the last game, the Penguins were never able to push that 2-goal lead. They have it now. See if they can add to it again. Murray now off their hide. Rolling puck to the point. McFall out to try to block it. It'll come free to Clutter, and he flashes that gold pad out to kick it away. Rochester right back to it. A centering pass. Ramps off a Penguin stick right to Gostick. He tries to go up in front of the Penguins bench. Take it away. Rochester counterattack. It's Denny off of his stick to Ofterhide. Now Gostick. A bank pass. He'll hit McElmurray. He's hammered. He goes down and he looks to be in some discomfort. He'll get back up as back come the Junior Americans into the Penguins end. 2-on-4 here. As they work it to the fresh player off the bench. His shot blocked. Turning with it, Filiaggi. He's got Gostick. Can he find him? He will. In Gostick. Wrist shot just wide.
Just a bit outside.
Here's Merlot now for Evans. Evans to Filiaggi. Twisting at center. In comes number 10 to the backhand of the forehand into the glove of the goaltender.
Yeah, Tendy showed a really great flexibility there. He's able to track Filiaggi as he went from left to right. I don't know, maybe he had the pads open. If not, you got to lift that one to the sky if you have a chance of scoring on that one. But you're in that tight, sometimes it's very difficult to lift the puck that quick. Oh, flip play again.
Evans
there it is.
In front, just goes by his stick. Merlot got to it, the Penguins. One Penguin fell at center. On come Rochester with a shot to the glove side. I think that was going wide, but Clutter snags it nonetheless.
Yeah, Jack Reel, he got hit with the sniper there in the neutral zone, and it was almost a 2-on-1 on Julius there.
Merlot behind the net. Teaming up with Julius. Filiaggi in for support. Rochester will pull it out. Along the wall. Filiaggi blocks a centering feed. It sits in his feet and is batted about. Around a defender. In come the Rochester player, and there's a nice sweeping poke check as that's an offside play.
Oh, that's all right. Looks like we get a whole line change here. Still 2-0 with 2:56 left in the period. Face off neutral zone here. Brady Paris's line. The 777s on the back end.
Notre Dame has apparently scored again.
Let's see what my Mounties did.
Up the wall. In front of the Penguin bench. A rolling puck.
(41-28) over UCF, so Mountaineers go to 5-3, keep their bowl game chances alive. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes for the Mounties.
Here we have a face-off outside of the Junior American line. Louis Parrish winning it to Shub. Back to Villela. Villela trying to hit Hartman. He was darting into the zone. It was with a different type of alignment there. Shub will tip it for Paris and go crashing down. Shub all the way to the corner. Cross check. We play on. Paris out in front. Bouncing puck off of Hartman to the point for Starr. He spins it, tries to go to the corner. That's blocked, but the Penguins are right back on it and offsides.
Maybe he was stuck in traffic there.
It'll be McElmurray, Carter, and Gostick. Minsky now Ofterhide. Ofterhide to the line, they'll dump it in. Saw Carter wreak havoc before. This time it's Gostick. His forecheck frees it for McElmurray. Now Gostick out of the corner. McElmurray back for Gostick with space. Fires it across. It'll come off the stick of Ofterhide into the stands. That's a souvenir for a fan. Minute 43 to go. Period number 1. 11's leading 2-1. The 10's 2-0. You can catch that 11's game as well here on City TV as Ofteride fires one all the way in on net. A tricky shot there. Good save by the goalie. He'll play it, and the Junior Americans try to get out.
Here's that Carter forecheck again. He's just disruptive, isn't he?
I'm going to change it to a 6 check.
Yeah, we're going to call it a 6 check.
Here's Kaminsky. Errant pass to Ofteride, but he'll go get it. Elmery comes together with a player at the point. The Rochester Junior Americans keep it in. Here's Kaminsky to the biscuit. Up for Gostick. It'll come free. Tied up at center was a defenseman. Chopping it by Gostick. It'll be McElmurray. In. Down low. Deflected by Gostick. Back in front for Carter. He tries to go to the backhand and push it to the side. I think he was trying to get it across to Gostick. Gostick will just shove somebody off the puck.
He's just a wrecking ball right now. I mean, he's so disruptive. Does the defensemen know he's coming? They don't even want to play the puck because they know they're going to get hit.
Evans on the forecheck. Gives way for Reel. Junior Americans will try the near side. Tossing it in. Clutter. Lays it in front of his net. Whew.
Yeah. I know we've been working on stick handling with Preston. I don't know if I'd like to dangle that puck right in front of the net there.
That's just a split second late and an offside play at the blue line. We just dusted that puck off. Reel got that with speed. He's got Evans. He's either got to carry it or pass. He kind of got in between, and when he went to pass it, it was just offsides. Penguins will have the face-off. And the Junior Americans control. Great stick there by Reel. Able to disrupt the breakout. Now it's Evans. To the forehand. Finding Filiaggi. It comes off of his stick. And is taken by Rochester. But he'll pin a player right to the wall as the horn sounds. And we end the first. A really good first period for the Penguins. When I say really good, according to the scoreboard, 21 shots on goal.
We don't get 21 shots in a period very often.
We went a game, was it yesterday, where I don't think we had 21 shots.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Which just shows you how, one of two things, either our shot quality isn't great or that goaltender's just playing out of his mind. I think it's a little bit of both.
You have about a 10 to 12%, a little bit less than 10% scoring percentage there.
Yep.
Not bad. So,
Clutter solid in net.
Yeah, he was able to stop all 6 pucks sent his way. He's over by the bench talking to assistant coach Trombetta, actually probably about playing that puck, kind of what he saw and what he was trying to do. The rest of the Penguins gathered around head coach Kevin Muller. The 11's leading 2-1 in what has apparently turned into a physical affair.
Well, you could expect a little pushback when you win, what, 6-0 the first game?
9-0.
Or 9-0 the first game?
Yeah.
You're going to expect a little pushback and a little physicality from that other team. So
100%. We're going to line them up for second period action here. 15 minutes on the clock. Your Penguins leading 2-0. Harris winning it back towards Villela. He plays it up off the Rochester forward. They'll regroup in their own end. At 22, Fitzsimmons really good for this Rochester team. A lot of speed on their back end. Butter will set it up behind the net for Villela. He reverses to Starr. Starr indirect off the boards. He's looking for McFall. Just past his reach. Struby will follow on with a hit. They battle.
Rochester coach is losing his mind. He thinks every hit.
They're going to get a penalty here. I don't know who it's on. Looks like it's on Rochester. 87 with a high stick. The call. High sticking. Fans getting a little rowdy about elbows. I think that's what the coach wants too, but these are smaller players. Yeah. Definitely a tough setting.
First power play?
First power play for the Penguins. It'll be Parrish, Shuby, McFall, Kaminsky, and Ofterheide. Ofterheide quarterbacking at the center point. His shot, glove down. Stepping up, Parrish. Nice job there. High risk, but it paid off.
Fitzsimmons had the ability to just lift that out. He just buried his head and tried to skate it out. Brady came in and just, there's a wall.
Ofterheide now Kaminsky. Down low for McFall. Up for Ofty. No look to Parrish. Circling at the top of the zone.
Take it to your
Protects the puck and carries deep. All the way behind the net where he leaves one for Shub. Shub back for Parrish. Parrish didn't have a twig. Picks it up. Now Shub in front looking for McFall to come off a player. Kaminsky keeps it the line. Down low for Shuby. And cleared by Rochester. It'll be icing. So 34 left on the man advantage for the Penguins.
Wholesale change here on the power play unit. Filiaggi's line's out.
Want to remind you to click the subscribe button below. Hit that subscribe button below if you have not already. We appreciate that. Also allow you to chat with us here. I know Nini checking in again. Well as Andy, as Evans finds the fine wine. Her low shot down low off of a stick will trickle in. It'll be Filiaggi. Back to the dot. And cleared again by Rochester. Icing again. We reset one more time. Penguins will adjust their lineup. Filiaggi over the dot. Now Evans. Cutting down, flipping it behind. They'll pin a player to the wall. Filiaggi following on. Trying to pick it up. That's the third Michigan attempt we've seen this weekend. And 0 of them have been successful. Filiaggi has it along the half wall. In front for Evans. His shot just wide.
Evened up.
Player fresh out of the box. As Merlot keeps in front of the Penguin bench. Wiping at it, Real. Puck will pop free. Filiaggi will get to it. Got it at center before trying to play back to defense. It's picked off. But it'll be offside play. I'm not sure I agree with that.
Was he offside on himself? There was nobody else.
He might have put himself offside. You're right.
Not sure what that call was, but
McElmurray outside of the Penguin zone, flanked by Gostick and Hartman. Laid up out of the Penguins end, on charging Hartman. He loses control, but he'll come free to McElmurray with a backhander that's blockered high and to the corner. Down low for Hartman. Now McElmurray. Up for Gostick. All the way across the star. I love that. Creating all that space. A shot comes in. We saw it straight through, and if we could see it, he could see it.
If we can get McElmurray to cut across the middle here, I mean, that's where we got to try to find those high tips in the slot there. So
Hartman was down there. He's just kind of off to the side a bit. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of time there. And we kept it out wide. There will be McElmurray with a weird face-off alignment here. Penguins with 2 guys up top on those circles as they win it back. Gostick's shot. We saw him get a rebound earlier in the game, earlier today, with that heavy shot that he has.
Yeah, no traffic at all. I mean, goalie gobbled it up.
Elmery adjusting his feet, and now he'll be waved. It'll be Gostick to take the draw. He'll win it to McElmurray. His shot finds the Junior American logo on the chest of Reed.
Seem to be fine in the middle of that goaltender's chest a lot. So.
Another offensive zone face-off here. Penguins really controlling play here. As Gostick will find Villela. His shot blocked all the way out to the Penguin line. Star will retreat, looking for Hartman. Hartman under pressure. A battle to the wall. Villela there to support. They'll play it across for Star. It comes off of his backhand. A rolling puck in the corner. Picked up behind the net. It's Denis. Now Villela following on. It'll come. They were trying for the point. It'll come off Hartman. Gostick with speed, cutting in front. He's got Hartman with him. He'll feather it across. It comes off the stick. Here's McElmurray trying to hit Gostick in front of the net. A good read and interception there by Rochester. They're counterattacking. A 3-on-2 develops. The Penguins get back checkers. Aufderheide breaks it up. Hartman gets to it. He'll find Gostick. Can he get free? He does, and he bangs one off the iron.
Right off the crossbar. That was a wicked wrister right there.
A filthy shot from Gostick. Connects with the iron, and it stays 2-0.
I think Reed gets a piece of it, and then it ends up catching the crossbar and going out of play. But that was at the end of Gostick's shift as well, so he had to be out of gas.
He baited him into that blocker side shot, it looked like. McFall will run into a Rochester player. A breakout pass broken up by Carter. But cleared to center nonetheless. Kaminsky will dump it in. Simmons waves at it. No icing the call here, so maybe the Penguins get one there. He hadn't gained center red. He was close. A bouncing puck in front sent towards the net by McFall. Kaminsky. He tries to fire it in. It'll be Aufderheide up the boards. Onside play pressured by Parrish. He bring it around the defender. He can't, and Rochester will clear. Aufderheide in his own end, and there's been talk. Ice here, very difficult. All the pucks seem to get up on edge. Passing, stick handling.
I did hear that they were having a sled tournament here, so if those sled guys are out there, just the nature of that game, they chip the ice up a little bit. I wonder if that has to do with it.
Carter takes it away, takes a hit, stays with it. Kind of toss the puck back and forth. It'll ultimately be Kaminsky finding McFall. McFall with a drive. He'll miss the far side. Aufderheide reads it well. Coming down the wall. Penguins with 4 deep attacking. Parrish covers the point for Aufderheide. He tries to center one. He's knocked down. Penguin defenseman is down behind the offensive net. Parrish covering for him. Able to get control. It's chopped away right to Reel. Reel fires it in. The Penguins will try a dump and chase action here. Read well by Evans. But good body position and a bit of a pick there. And back through comes Fitzsimmons. Head up as he weaves in. Winds and fires one wide of Clutter. Iliagi chops at it 2, 3, 4 times. And we'll get a whistle. Face-off will be in the Pens' end.
Fitzsimmons didn't miss by much there on that. Cuts to the middle and shoots the Preston's glove hand there. Dodged a bullet on that shot.
Face-off for Filiaggi. Battles and wins it back for Merlot. He'll reverse for Julius. Julius. Again, double clutching that pass. Penguins are like delaying some of these passes from time to time. Rochester will take over. Back pressure by Evans. Driving a player to the wall. Merlot steps into him as well. Puck will bounce to the corner. Reel over on that. Reel's on the wrong side here. Now we'll get back. Puck pressured, and it'll come free for Julius. Julius will dump it in. Jack Reel hopping to it. Delays and takes it away.
That was sort of like, hey, you take it. No, I'm going to take it, but then I'm going to take it off you.
Yeah. He just kind of delayed until the kid got control and then took it from him.
It was weird.
Yeah. Out comes Denis. Penguins partway through a line change. Here's Hartman coming the other way.
2-on-1.
He'll get hit. Rio coming in. He has Villela. It's knocked away from him.
I think Jack's tired right now. He's at the end of his shift.
But he was able to get off, and here's Starr. Up for Schub. Schub with a nice tap back to speed from McElmurray. In front. Winding one.
Good
firing
shot.
a good shot from Hartman. Better save.
We got to avoid just throwing pucks right back to the middle. It's just giving them an opportunity to take the puck out.
Well, we got to read. We had Starr crashing in there. None of the Penguin forwards covered for him at the point, and they almost had a 3-on-1 coming back the other way. Penguins were able to break it up, fire the puck all the way out of their end. Rochester controls it center, and they'll dump it in. Clutter will set it up behind his net for Starr. Has it come off his stick right out in front. A shot blocked by the Penguin defense. Here comes Hartman.
I think Floyd gave Preston the stick with the hole in it.
As Hartman battles deep. Now McElmurray back to the point. Here's Kaminsky. His shot deflects. Schub will get there. Tossing it in front. He was trying for Hartman. Schub deep to the corner. Hartman up on the forecheck. He'll hit a player from behind. We play on. Back to Ofty. Hartman in front. Diving through the crease.
Did he get hit or
And
he just dove? I couldn't tell.
Shuby goes in and makes contact. Could have been a little interference. The puck was there, but nobody was playing it. Just playing the body. And it'll be iced by Rochester.
Making up for his morning game miss.
Of the physicality. Face-off will be in the offensive end. It looks like Gostick, Parrish, and Carter. A bouncing puck controlled by Rochester, carried out the center, defended well by Kaminsky to the outside. Tossed behind the Penguins net for Ofterhead to rim around. Parrish sending it out. King for the Junior Americans. As a tap pass to Gostick. He'll gain the zone onside. Joined by Parrish. Carries all the way around behind the net. Carter's in front. Couldn't get it to him, but it'll be Ofterhead at the point. Corralling it and getting it behind the net. Bowling puck. Picked up by Carter. Run for Parrish, a shot. That's blocked. The player stung by that.
Fitzsimmons took one off the back of the leg there. That stings.
Gostick.
Move it up. Move it up.
And Bostick's going to head off. A late hit on Gostick. Coming up high into the upper body is the Penguins' power forward. Being his aggressive self, the player came out. He played the puck. It was just it was probably about a second too late with both arms up high.
Yep.
And they've gotten him for it a number of times. Is the fact that he had both arms up high. If he has that stick on the ice, he might still get an interference because it was after the puck was gone. But nonetheless, the Penguins will have a PK. Evans gets it out the center. Now Merlot, indirect to the Rochester line. Aish turning with it. And back come Rochester. Evans takes it away. Short-handed here. There's behind the net. In front for Reel.
Oh, what a great play. The Rochester team just let Jack Reel stand in front of the net there. They just didn't pick him up.
Evans takes the puck away. Finds Reel wide open in front. And Reel makes no doubt about it. The real deal. Jack Reel. Shorty. Lordy, look who's Shorty.
It starts with Cam. It starts with Cam blocking that shot at the blue line, and then the Rochester Coalition team just got caught puck watching. Still got to kill this penalty off here.
Rochester weaves in. Penguins leading by 3. King fires one, gloved by Clutter. Halfway through the man advantage. Puck cleared by the Pens. It'll be Filiaggi on the forecheck. Angles to the outside. A cross ice feed. A rolling puck gathered in by Rochester. They'll gain the zone, but disrupted by Shuby. Shuby able to get it to Filiaggi, who flicks it back out to center. A line where they are kind of stalled a bit. Rochester will get it in. 10 left. But the extra attacker is Clutter. Loves it. Comes off the chest into the mitt. Referee really delayed on that whistle there. I don't know if he wanted him to play it,
he
but
was encouraging him to move it. That's
but that kid was inside the hash mark.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would ever move that puck if you're a goalie. And it came off the chest. He's like cradling it in against his body. There's no way to safely play that puck.
Yeah, you're definitely not dropping it to your feet.
And there's all 5 Rochester players are in the zone. It's not like it was kids well outside. So the Penguins a shorthanded goal on this Gostick penalty. He has 7 seconds left on it. 3:48 to go in the second. It'll be McElmurray. Star, heavy off the wall. Able to get it to Hartman. Hartman coming up. Gostick ready to vacate. Penguins back to full strength as McElmurray feathers one in front on the backhand. Hartman pushing and shoving as he crashes into the net. 30 shots now for the Penguins. 30-10. It'll be an offensive zone draw. Won by the Penguins with the Junior Americans jump right to it with speed around Alderheide in front, a 2-on-1 developing and diving back to disrupt is Hartman. I don't know that they ever got a shot off.
I don't think they did.
Back comes McFall. For the Penguins, his shot near side doesn't connect. Comes off the goalie, good save blocker.
I know Coach Kevin's talked about this at practice, but we're not eyeing up wingers on the face-offs.
Penguins should have gotten called for too many men. I think they still have it. There's six Penguins on the ice.
There's 6 on the ice, right?
Hartman lost his stick. He went to grab a stick. As he was trying to grab a stick, Reel and Shu both, I believe, jumped on the ice. Yes, Reel and Shu both jumping on the ice. There were definitely 6 Penguins. Hartman wanted a stick.
I don't know.
Nobody handed him a stick. 2 Penguins jumped on the ice.
I don't know what Coach Kevin can argue that one. There were 6 guys standing on the ice right there.
And that's a little bit of bench communication there, too. Now that player coming off. And Dylan there, yeah, I probably agree. We should just jump on. But he was looking for a stick. His had been knocked out of his hands. He wanted the rest of his shift. Evans will take the faceoff, wins it to Alderheide, but taking right back to the point. Power play here for Rochester. The last one that resulted in a pen shorty. Here's Reel pressuring the point, just couldn't come away with it.
Picked by Alderheide there.
Slapped across the ice for Kaminsky just inside the Penguin line. He'll go up the wall off of a Rochester player, so no icing. Reel up on the forecheck, trying to play takeaway. There was a little bit of communication there. Reel and Evans almost run into each other. As it's centered, it'll come off Kaminsky and doesn't connect. Shot from out top.
Stick.
And they're waving it off. Another high stick.
91 touched that puck well over his head.
High stick, no goal. It'll come back to the Rochester zone. 50 seconds left on the penalty to Hartman. Well, bench penalty for too many men served by Hartman. Near side, Dotso Reel will lean over. Wins it to Kaminsky. Kaminsky with a shot to the glove. It's held. We reel again. And for another clean face-off win. This time it'll be Rochester knocking it to the corner. Evans up on the forecheck. Rochester able to get it to center, but real, very disruptive. A pass from Kaminsky behind Evans, but Evans jumping up to it. Almost knocked it free. Back comes Rochester. A dump and chase here. They fire it behind Clutter. Kaminsky back to get it. Off the wall, here's Ofterhide. He goes up the boards. It's turned back in front. Clutter with a big stop. Chopped out the center, Evans. Around one. Can he sauce to reel? He cannot. It'll be icing.
The intent was there. He just needed a little bit more of the old Shuby flip there instead of the high sauce. Nice attempt. 3 seconds left on the penalty here. Too many men.
I believe the 11's now trailing 3-2. Double power play goals for Columbus, according to the out-of-town scoreboard. Hartman comes out as Shuby takes the biscuit, finds Paris. Paris trying to fire it in front for Hartman. Paris doing a good job avoiding a collision there and pulling the puck out. He still has it. Paris, like it's on a yo-yo. He can be a bit of a yo-yo. So.
When he speaks.
As Rochester regroups in their own end. Fires it up. Icing, if it's far enough, it won't be. It'll be Julius to pick it up. Good read by Rochester's forward there. The read that Julius was going to have to come around the net this way. He cut to the opposite side and creates havoc for the Penguins. Shuby able to find Carter. Carter, smart play, getting it deep there. Go in with King. Penguins, late takeaway. Harris, knocked to the wall. Able to, again, get control of the puck. Great moves by Paris there. Valello will knock it out of the air. The 11s have tied it 3-3. Here's Shuby to the point. Star looking, winding, firing up high. I don't think he saw it. It catches him up high off the mask. A late reaction from Reed through a screen. He's able to get it, though. As the horn sounds on this second period, the Penguins picking up one more. Make it a field goal lead here in Buffalo. Speaking of field goal leads, I went to the Bills game on Thursday, and I'm pretty sure I'm their good luck charm now.
You want to make a trip up here every week?
I mean, I think they should probably have me every week.
Fly you up. They should fly you up.
Private PJ.
A little helicopter ride up to Buffalo. What, maybe an hour?
Land right next to the stadium.
Well, you did say it's south of the city, is that right?
Yeah, it is. It's a little south.
It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere.
It's like it would be literally like putting a stadium in like a town, like down the road from your house.
Oh, jeez.
Like surrounded by community, and then there's this stadium, and they're building a new one, a new facility.
In the same general area?
Yeah, right there. It's a really cool site. It reminds you of a college game. It really does. With the way they I know tailgating's big all around the NFL, but you know the way they tailgate, it's very college-esque.
Well, what are they? They're the team that does the breaking of the.
Yes, the Bills Mafia breaking tables.
Breaking tables. Well, we know a few Buffaloes. I don't know. What are they called? Buffalonians? Buffaloes? I don't know. Anyway, we know a few people from Buffalo, and they like to party.
Yes, they do. Legit, some of the best people you'll ever meet from Buffalo. The different, nice, quality human beings up here.
Yep.
Now, every time we come here, we have a great time. And this facility, gorgeous facility here, the Lecom Harbor Center.
It would be nice to stay here, but you got to take out a second mortgage to actually afford it.
We were able to early in the season, as we'll switch sides. We'll put 15 minutes on the clock, and we'll settle this quarterfinal game on a 200-by-85 sheet of frozen water. Yeah, Marriott Hotel attached to this. Beautiful hotel, great setting. Can get pricey at times. Kaminsky fires one at the net. He's had a couple heavy shots. That one kicked out. McFall chopping at the rebound. He's able to disrupt Rochester's breakout plans. Aufderheide surveying the area. He fires a pass across. It's intercepted. Back comes the Junior Americans. It's hard. Rochester has a couple of teams when they have the Junior Americans franchise, but they also have Roco, who's a really good 2011 team. And so when I say Rochester, I have to remember who I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
As the puck comes across, McFall, toe drag. Richter finds the logo.
Hard shot by McFall. A little toe drag to change the shooting angle.
Does anyone else feel bad for Drew Aufderheide in the corner, like all by himself?
Look at him. Well,
Poor guy.
his buddy's here today.
I know.
Where
Poor
is he?
guy. He's all alone. I feel like somebody should go over and give him a hug. As it'll be Real up the wall, looking for the fine wine. Biliagi comes away with it. He tries to pass it to Evans. Just has it roll off the heel, but right to Real with the heavy wrist shot that's blockered aside. A broken play that almost resulted in a heck of a scoring chance there. Puck chopped that. It'll be Biliagi up for Real all the way across. It's behind Evans. Head down, but he's able to get to it, avoid a hit, and dump it deep and chase it himself. He'll skirt around one, carrying behind the net. Here's a drive by Julius.
Oh.
It bounces off of about 7 things as it ping-pongs around in front.
I don't know where he learned that one-timer at, but he did get it on the net.
It was a hard, heavy shot by Julius. Now it's Real. Sending it off of a skate out to center. He tossed further by Rochester. Real coming away with it. He chips it, but it's taken back by Gonzalez. In front, off the stick of Star to the corner. Evans, deep on that far side. Evans this time on the wrong side. He was able to get it to Real. Real has Biliagi. He's got Evans in the high slot. That was the play we did yesterday where Evans found Biliagi. That time, Real went with a short side shot that misses the net completely. There's a one-timer by Evans that's gloved. I would have liked to have seen Real hit Evans there in that high slot.
Yeah. I think sometimes at the end of your shift, your brain doesn't work. Big play sometimes. Overall, good shift, though.
Great shift. They still get a heavy shot from Julius on that one early. A heavy shot from Evans late. And that short side chance by Real. 3 good scoring chances. As the Penguins, Parrish takes it away. He's possessed out there right now. Getting it towards the net. Be Hartman. Up for Villela. Over to Star. Star winding, firing it deflects high and over the cage. Juby reads it, gets to it first. He sends it back in front for Star. What a vision there for Star to Parrish for a one-timer.
That one I loved. I love that. Brady says he had a stick cocked and ready to go. Grit shot, just missed a little wide.
Villela dumping it off the boards. In behind the cage. Juby disrupting. Back come the Junior Americans. Rochester getting a Knoll team this year as well. I got to go to one of those games earlier. We were up for the Just Get Good tournament for the 11s.
Okay.
It's a neat atmosphere. Those Knoll games are a fun event, junior hockey. So Rochester, as well as having the AHL team now with a juniors program as well. They are also the Junior Americans. Same color scheme, same logos.
You're making them confusing.
Faceoff will be in the Penguins' end for Montgomery. He's got Gostick and Carter with him. I've liked this line. We've seen this combination a number of times for the Penguins. Montgomery forces it out the center to Gostick. Gostick finding the trailer Carter, and it'll be just off.
It could have been.
It was
hard to say from this angle. That referee seemed like he was right on spot for that one.
Penguins leading in shots 38-13 right now. With 11:20 to go. Disrupting Carter and Montgomery as Reynolds gets control.
Oh, Carter just steals the puck.
Drives in and a better save by Reed. Robbery from Carter.
6 check there.
He
He
might
just stripped the puck off the defenseman, came in. I don't know that the goalie was even prepared for it, but Carter wasn't able to get it over his shoulder there, but great play by Carter. Just pick his pocket and go to the net.
A face-off controlled by Rochester. Try to break it out. There's Montgomery wreaking havoc. And get behind. Gostick coming down with speed. Able to get it deeper for Montgomery. Short side shot came off the outside. I thought that went in.
Oh, I thought it did.
We've
too.
seen him snipe that corner a number of times. He's got a wicked wrister.
Caught the outside of the net. There's Carter in front again. Just
Once, twice, 3 times, and the puck is still loose, but we get a whistle.
Carter can't buy a goal.
They want to get on, what's the, buy a valve, Wheel of Fortune.
Need a little Vanna White help here. You know, speaking of Vanna White, I heard she was renegotiating her contract. An absurd amount of money to touch a screen. But you know what? She's the face of the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. Murray in the zone. I wish I could make that for running Cine TV. I think we're just as enjoyable. We don't give away prizes.
We just need a few million people watching us, though.
We do have millions upon millions of fans. And thousands upon thousands of subscribers as Julius disrupts a play at the blue line. That's chopped out of play. We'll get a whistle. Scrum down low in the 2011 game.
2012, Penzali will be playing probably right after that game.
Also here on Cine TV as Evans will dump it in. Fire it on net. He and Filiaggi get up on the forecheck. It forces a turnover to Merlot. Merlot's got Reel in front. He redirects it and then lifts it up over the cage. Jack Reel getting to those goal-scoring areas. He's lethal. Julius now Merlot. He'll fire it at the net. And that's gloved and held.
The puck was in his feet. He had to kind of turn his stick over in an awkward position, and it rolled on him. And then he just hit the 64-degree wedge right over the net.
That initial deflection was unreal. Well, it was real, actually.
Yes.
Lello rim it behind. Reel gets there. In front for Filiaggi as they play tic-tac-toe. Jack Reel on the rim play.
So that play worked to perfection. Jack Reel was able to corral the puck off the wall. Sometimes that's hard. It's spinning like we said before. It's hard to corral it. And the Rochester team didn't pick anybody up in front. Able to just throw it over the goalie's glove. Making it 4-0 with 9:32 left in the game.
It'll be Filiaggi at the faceoff dot. Getting it cleanly back to Starr. The boards for Reel. He'll dump it in. Tossed up the wall. Reel just fires it through the crease. Turned out to center Villela. Here's Evans. Chipping it off the wall to Filiaggi. Nice quick play. Filiaggi with speed. Trying to center one. Reel gets deep on the play. Controls behind the net. Evans crashing down. But back comes Rochester. Want to see Filiaggi fill that high F3 spot there. But the Penguins able to back check. Villela able to get something on it. Starr tried to come away with it. Rochester will keep it in. Tossed behind by Villela. Starr wins a battle. Send it off the boards to Reel. Reel trying for Evans. Picked off. Villela this time. Penguins clear. He's under pressure. Gains center red. Reel tries to knock it into the offensive zone.
Here's a good time to get the puck deep and get a line change.
Yes.
Now for about a minute.
H now coming. Evans with a poke check. And it will be an offside play.
Bit of a fortunate offside play for us. We're able to make a wholesale change. Again, as we were talking about this morning, up 4-0 with 8.5 left. You know, you don't want to stop playing hockey, but you got to make the smart decision. You can't get trapped out there. on extended shifts where you know you're going to get a puck buried on you because of it.
It'll be Paris. McFall and Hartman. Alfterheide to the outside. Now Kaminsky up for Hartman. It's deflected into the area between the benches.
Guy that's playing the Colby role in there between the benches.
Rochester broadcasters. They go out on Facebook Live. Harris controls. Alfterheide. He'll settle things down. Surveys the area. Finds Kaminsky. Kaminsky with speed through the neutral zone. All the way to the offensive end for a hard, heavy shot that's off a skate and wide. McFall hammered from behind, no call. Like to see that one called as Parrish comes away with it. Tries to go across the grain at the goalie moving. Hartman chops at it. It sits on the post. A great save as Parrish had the goalie moving, sent it back the other way, just kicked out a leg. Then Hartman got to it, chopped it at the net. It literally sat on the post.
It was right on the post.
Tons of snow there piled up at the side of these nets.
Brady gets the goalie moving from left to right, and he gets a little out of position when he makes that save. Maybe Dylan can cash in here.
Minsky now Ofty. Cross, good feed. He was looking for Hartman. He'll be knocked away from him, but Kaminsky's right there. He drives down low. Parrish filling up high for him. Good read by Brady Parrish. Now Hartman. Back for Kaminsky. Penguins working it all around the zone. A shot comes in, it's wide. McFall up on the forecheck. Pulled around a Penguin, and back come the Junior Americans. Bended to the outside by Alfterheide, following on McFall. Buckle roll in for a shot. Clutter gets it and then taps it with his own stick into the glove. Quick thinking there by 2-9.
There's a little fluttery there, a little cluttery puck there. He was able to just corral it with his stick to his glove. Great play by Preston.
A heavy line for the Penguins here. Schub, Gostick, and McElmurray. Merlot and Julius, the defense pair. As McElmurray chips it off the boards. He'll pull it back off the wall. Carving through center. Like a hot knife through butter, a short side shot is into the goaltender and held. McElmurray. Come up. Julius fires one at the cage. Up top is Julius lofting one. Backside. Shuby gloves it down and then chops it at the cage. Right back to his rebound. Run into. The Junior Americans will find their way out the center before Merlot turns it back. His indirect pass was intercepted. Clutter sets it up behind the net. Julius with a good stop and start over to Merlot. Penguins could get numbers here. Comes off Schub. He'll track it himself. It'll be an icing. With the Penguins up by 4.
That's that completely vertical pass. It's just really hard to corral it because, you know, if you're staring backwards, that's where you can get a defenseman just wanting to just clean your clock.
Looks like some older players coming in here. Somebody riding a bike in the background.
Yeah, is Canisius playing after us?
I don't know. I doubt, well, maybe. I doubt it. We wouldn't be here this late.
Yeah, probably not.
As Schub driven heavy into the boards. McElmurray returns the favor. Shuby right back in the play. McElmurray coming off the wall. He'll hit iron and find
right off
the netting.
Crossbar.
We've seen that tricky wrist shot of McElmurray.
Well, you know what? I think he's got the quickest snapshot on the team, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
I mean, he could just take it, and within a few inches, it's off his stick, and it's hard.
And it's rising a lot,
Yep.
right to that corner, that croast where the post and crossbar come together.
His dad must be working the forearms there, doing mechanics work or something.
Turning wrenches.
Yep.
Chip past Reel. It'll be Villela to Star to Evans. Bouncing puck picked up by Filiaggio. Carried around Real, and Penguins will dump it in. Off Fitzsimmons. Evans on the forecheck. Cross ice pass. Make its way out to center where Star will get control. Malella back for Star. Able to get it to Real, who sends it out to center. Nobody there. But white jerseys. No control.
Smart play by Real there, though.
Oh, yeah. Here's Real coming in. Backside for Evans once, twice. And he got the pad the first time. The second one doesn't get through. What a feat. Jack Real able to pull that puck around the defender and send it across the crease. Evans to it behind the net. He sends a centering pass. Nobody home. It's a breakout for Rochester. To the line and deep. They're looking for a change. It'll be off their hide to the puck. Twisting out of his own end, surveying the area as he carries all the way into the offensive end. Evans will cover for him at the point. Here's Filiaggi, darting one way. Pulling it around the other to the corner. Evans in to take it away. Chopping it to Filiaggi behind the net. Twisting, turning. Out to Kaminski for a heavy blast that's just wide. Inches. Trying to get a final score here. 11's game, sorry. Here comes Real. Shot off the goaltender, knocking his stick free. Back comes Rochester. Trailing by 4. They're going to need one soon. They're going to make a comeback. I would look for a push here. Merlot takes a bump. Harris to McFall. McFall with speed. Tried to pass it over to Carter. His second attempt gets through. Rolling puck to Paris. Couldn't quite get it free. That'll come in.
Brady got that rebound goal.
Looks like a 4-4 tie for the 11s. Mrs. Evans not doing a phenomenal job for me of updating me on the score.
Harris gets the rebound off the goaltender and is able to put it in, looked like over his blocker on the second attempt. Right there.
Harris was able to win that battle in the high slot. Penguins have 5 on the board. And almost 50 shots in this game, 49. I didn't know that if they could maintain it, I mean, obviously not 100% the 20 shot a period pace we were on at the end of one, but 50 shots, that's a lot of rubber. Julius to Merlot, he'll send it all the way across the ice. Tracking it, McFall. Come off the stick of Paris and picked up by Rochester.
Can't stand still there.
Us behind Merlot. He'll find McFall. McFall will find Paris, and he'll get it out to center. McFall over to Paris. Good heavy pass. Down low shot. Here's Starr. Dumping it in. It'll come off of a stick.
That was an attempted pass off pads there by Brady.
Shot by Villela in front. Swiped that by McElmurray, and they end up with control.
Great glove save there by the Rochester goaltender.
It'll be an offensive zone face-off with 2.5. These are games that can end up physical down the stretch. Seen a couple heavy hits here in the third.
We don't need any we don't need any 2 and 10s from behind, and we're losing a player for tomorrow morning. So
as Fagan takes one off an exposed hand on the Penguin bench, he shakes it off.
Good thing he's a lacrosse goalie, because I'm sure he takes a lot of hard
He's not
shots.
a goalie.
Oh, he's not?
Nope.
I thought
he has.
Did he play goalie at once?
No.
No, I'm thinking of Kaminski then.
Kaminski's a goalie. Zeke has one of the hardest lacrosse shots I have seen from a 13-year-old kid. Mrs. Evans telling me she was having trouble getting text out, so maybe we shouldn't blame her too much.
All right.
Not when 2 kids are playing at one time. Here's McElmurray. weaving in. Cutting to the middle, he'll go to the forehand and lift it up over the, no resistance from Rochester there.
No.
At all, as McElmurray drove, like a leisurely drive down the right side. He took a pass at his own face-off dot in his own end, from one end to the other. And McElmurray will make it a touchdown lead.
This should be a running clock now, I believe, with 6 goal differential in the third.
I don't know if this tournament has it.
I thought they were doing it in the Philly game, but I could be
Maybe,
wrong.
I don't know. It's him, or I'm sorry, I think that's Gonzalez pulling it around. Here's Starr run into Elmery. Now Hartman, we get a whistle, and you're right, we do have the running clock. It'll be an offside play. The Penguins will have a draw outside of the Rochester zone. 6-0 here. The most convincing win and a really complete game, I thought. I thought they... Go ahead.
No, just solid overall. I mean, from goaltending to defense to offense, there weren't a lot of odd man breaks this period or this game like there were in the first game. Just a better game.
I was going to say that. I thought the Penguins gave up way fewer odd man rushes, so the back checking, and that's on the forwards in my opinion. The back checking, really good. And then how many times have we mentioned the forecheck of the Pens?
Yep.
We had the shorthanded goal by Reel of the Evans forecheck as Clutter kicks one out.
A lot of that too is just decision making.
And how many times have we talked about Carter on the forecheck? I think the Penguins' pressure forced a ton of turnovers and forced Rochester not to really get in sync. So now we're going to set up a semifinal matchup, and it'll be a clash of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, when's the last time we played Philly? Last year,
Last
right?
year,
yeah,
yeah.
last year. So
Been a while.
Yep.
The reigning #1 team, I think they're currently ranked 2, but it'll be a Pennsylvania battle. In the semifinal, the Junior Flyers will take on your Pittsburgh Penguins tomorrow morning, I believe 7:30. The game time for the semis. In the other one, it'll be the Sabres, and then whoever wins this Mississauga Gold Rush game as a hit on Schub as time expires. The Penguins get the shutout victory, 6-0. We will feed these feisty humans, and we'll be back in action early tomorrow morning here from the Lecom Harbor Center. Thanks for joining.